We are back at Manchester Market in Manchester to check out all the new additions this fabulous market has to offer, including a fabulous beer and wine section, a larger seating area in the cafe, amazing artisan bakery, Grand River Butchery, Iorio Gelato, and Perky Pantry that is a unique grocery experience that includes Michigan-made products and so much more. Delicious food and great friends is what they are all about. This is one of my favorite places to shop, and we're about to see why. Owner Justin Dallenberg and Executive Chef Emmanuel get this episode started.
So this is our cafe. This is kind of where we showcase all the things that we do. We have a cold food case where we have like deli salads. We make sandwiches, and we do a prepared food case over here where we have salads and barbecue ribs and different prepared meals that Emmanuel comes up with. Every week he does different things that delight the palates of the local people here of Manchester. We also have a hot bar, so we do like breakfast in the morning. We have a buffet with eggs and bacon and sausage gravy and biscuits from our bakery, and then we switch over to a lunch service at 11 o'clock, and we do hot food. So we have like really good fried chicken, barbecue brisket, barbecue pork, our famous mac and cheese from Grand River Brewery, and then a whole host of local vegetables and whatnot that we cook in many different ways.
So on top of our regular menu, we also have our daily specials here. So every Monday we have our Meatloaf Monday. We have a Taco Tuesday dinner. We have a German platter also for every Wednesday. Today, Thursday, we have our Nashville hot chicken with waffles. That's a very popular one here. We have our Fish Friday with beer battered cod, coleslaw, choice of sides. The second Thursday of every month, that's at 6, we have a beer dinner, which could be a wine dinner as well. Last month we did Germany, so German, 3 courses, 3 beers, and that was a very good one. So we're going to make another one, and then France is going to be in December, so the second Thursday of December at 6 p.m. We're going to have three French wines and 3 courses.
So we have Ari Bates, our culinary director, and Lauren, his faithful assistant here. They are scaling and pre-shaping our Cuban bread. We primarily use King Arthur flour here at the bakery because it's unbleached, unbromated, has a lot of the good nutritious things that a whole flour has in it, so it gives you a lot more flavor. A cool thing about this bread is that it's actually made with our beef tallow that we render from fat from our sears in our butcher shop. So this is a real sort of standard sandwich bread. It's best grilled. It's not a bread you really want to eat cold. It's designed to heat up, thus the fact that it has the fat in it, so when you warm it up it gets nice and soft and squishy and yummy. But this is actually, according to Ari, this is our fastest growing bread as far as popularity. This is the finished product right here. So there's a Cuban loaf. So you cut that in half, load it up with mustard, pickles, Swiss cheese, ham, pulled pork, griddle it, boom. Cuban sandwich. We have them at the Grand River Brewery. This is the bread we use. We've got a couple more breads here too. So we've got like a Grand River Brewery brioche. So that's a bread that's made with butter and eggs to enrich it. We've got some beautiful Danish. This is a special one. This is pretty cool. So this is English muffin bread, and there was a bakery, the European bakery in Jackson that closed down a couple years ago, and they used to make this bread, and we kind of brought it back from the grave. So instead of using English muffins on our Eggs Benedict at Grand River Brewery, we make this English muffin bread, which is like a classic bread of Jackson, Michigan. So really interesting bread there. A couple other things that we have that are really cool here too is our brioche bun. So this is actually the brioche bun that we serve at Grand River Brewery as well. A nice enriched bread, just like the loaf that we have here with eggs and butter. And then we also do that same brioche bun with like everything bagel seasoning. You know, you put a little cream cheese, some smoked salmon, onions, capers, eggs, boom. This is our cinnamon roll. We make it with our brioche dough, and then we make our glaze. Instead of using like water and powdered sugar to make the glaze, we use our whiskey from Grand River Distillery. We infuse the whiskey with vanilla pods, and after a month or whatever, we've got vanilla whiskey, and we take that, we blend it with powdered sugar, and boom, there's our glaze. So good. We've got a lot of cookies here too. These are delicious. These are dark chocolate and peanut butter chip cookies. Oh, I eat them all the time.
Now we move over to Manchester Market's fabulous cafe and get a tour with Sherry Dallenberg.
Okay, what we're doing is preparing for our day of service. We have customers that come in for breakfast, and then we go to lunch and dinner service. So we have our family style things that we're doing right now, quiche, and we have chicken pot pies, we have small, we do freezer and fresh. And then she's doing over here sandwich subs and salads, and everything's prepared for our grab and go case. So you saw the chicken pot pies over here. We put them out so that people come in and grab. And then our chef Emmanuel prepares meals that they can come in and grab and go. We have our ribs, same ribs that they cook at the restaurants. We do it here. Everything's homemade. It's from scratch. And then we also fill the freezer over there. We have fresh salads, subs, but everything's made right here in-house. Our chef Emmanuel's right behind you, and he poaches our shrimp on a daily basis. We have customers that wait for them to get on the shelf so that they can grab them and go. So actually, we have people grabbing and go all day long, so it's an art to keep this filled with fresh foods, but we do it. We have a good team. So from 7 to 10:30, we serve a buffet breakfast. Again, they grab and go. They build their own. We have a waffle menu. You can do breakfast sandwiches. And then we also have our fresh salads that are made daily. Again, grab and go. So at 11 o'clock, we switch to lunch. And then we come over here. We have our coffee bar. We can do specialty coffees. You can serve yourself to regular coffee. We also have baked goods that Ari helps keep us all stocked. And then we have our gelato bar. Iorio Gelato makes it right here on site.
That Italian gelato looks so good. I'm ready to try that. We have so much more to see, but it's time to take a quick break. More from Manchester Market after these messages.
Defending against fraud every day, I'm Erin with American One Credit Union. If you find yourself scrolling and buying online at 2 in the morning, you're not alone. Beware though, there are many that will take advantage by attempting to scam you into giving them information. If you receive a call or email claiming to be from the sellers stating there's trouble processing your order or asking you to re-enter your payment information to receive your purchases, then it is likely a fraudster on the line. Hang up and delete that email and contact the seller directly. Visit us at thefraudfighters.org for more info and tips to protect yourself.
Comfort food like you want it. That's what you'll get when you visit Crow's Nest Cafe in Napoleon. It's located in the Napoleon Airport Plaza next to the airport. If you want a home-cooked meal, this is the place to be. Breakfast is served all day, and the lunch and desserts won't disappoint. And yes, they will dance for their famous biscuits and gravy. Dine-in or takeout, catering is available too. Crow's Nest Cafe, as this is as much their nest as it is ours.
Crow!
Celebrate the season and drive through Nightlight's Christmas Light Show at Michigan International Speedway in Brooklyn, Michigan. Over 60 new displays this year. Open 5:30 to 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday and 5:30 to 10 p.m. Friday and Saturday. Pricing is $35 per car. Cash and most credit cards are accepted. For more information, visit nightlightshow.com. Merry Christmas!
We're back at Manchester Market in Manchester. Owner Justin Dallenberg and the crew gave this already fabulous market a makeover with a larger seating area in the cafe, fabulous beer and wine to choose from, and so much more. Now we're heading to the back of the market to check out the Grand River Butchery with head butcher Ephraim and James.
We get all our steers from Nuggle Farm, which is down the road 3-4 miles from here. So they get raised over there, they go to slaughterhouse, they come quarter here, and we take care from them. So you're gonna guys see that we're gonna butcher some stuff today as well. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about the cuts, all the cuts that we do here. So we do the whole animals. So every single muscle part, steaks, you can see it's here. So we're gonna start with the shoulder. With shoulder, it's brisket, chuck roast, English roast. We go to chuck eye steak and boneless chuck short ribs. And after we move to a leg, which it's sirloin or knuckle, bottom round, top round, and eye round. So we got stew meat as well. This is one of my favorite. That's bone neck bones. So it's a meat and a bone together, especially for this weather if you do stew or soups or, oh God. The other one is short ribs. Short ribs, we cut them. We can do custom cut as well. There are a lot of people, they want it whole. Some other people, they want long to smoke them or braise them.
Flank and cut.
Yep. And also there is ossobuco, which is a shank as well. We do whole shanks. A lot of people, they buy whole shanks, French, which bone sticks out. Our grind beef, it's 80-20. So we have two different grind beef, regular grind beef and a burger blend. The difference between these two is just the season. So we do seasoning the burger blend with salt, so it's evenly seasoned. And steaks, so we do all custom steaks as well from Nuggle Farm. A lot of people, they call us on morning, they say we want T-bone, porterhouse, whole tenderloin, or Chateaubriand, or all the cuts that people they want, they call us, and we do custom cuts as well. On top, we have also our beef tallow. That's one of definitely my favorites. So we do this at house. So all the fat from animal, we turn it to a tallow, pretty much. So if I tell the truth, even now for home, instead of using butter, I'm using our own tallow. Bakeries using tallow as well. Our restaurants, the breweries, they use tallow as well for the fryer. So when they fry the fries, they fry it on a tallow, gives them flavor and different color.
Here we have our pork. Pork is a little bit more simple to break down than a steer. So you have the same sections. You have the shoulder, the rib, the loin, and then the hind leg. So we do everything custom cut, pretty much. If you can think it, we can cut it for you. We do all of our sausages as well in-house. And yeah, we do custom grinds as well. Coming up for hunting season, we have a lot of requests for pork fat to add to the deer. And yeah, so there's that. Then we go down to chickens. And chickens are the most simple. We do a lot of marinades on those. We focus a lot on the take and bake, just to make life easier on everybody involved. Manchester's a small community, and we listen to what they want.
I just wanted to add a little bit, James, on that. So as soon as we're done with the steer program, we're going to move to a pork. We have a couple farmers that we're working constantly with them for pork and chicken as well. So lamb. And lamb, yeah, goat and lamb. So I'm hoping as soon as we can, we're going to move everything to local, chicken and pork and lamb.
The truck has arrived with fresh steers that's ready to make their way inside. It takes a team effort to make this happen, as you can see. The meat hangs for a week to 10 days. They check the temperature, then the meat makes its way into the hanging cooler. Now, Ephraim is ready to start cutting up the steer.
I grew up eating oxtail. If you make a soup or stew or a lot of stuff. Now I'm gonna cut the hanger steak or butcher steak as they call it. So as you see, all the silver skin and everything goes to recycle. So they come and they pick it up and they make diesel fuel out of that. So all our animals, pretty much done at slaughterhouse where it's a USDA facility. So they're all inspected before we get them. They have to be inspected. So we can't bring any animal without the USDA stamp on a building. Yeah, there is a local guy that he makes all his own candles. So we're gonna start making our candles with different flavor. And we're gonna sell our own candles with Manchester logo as well. And there's a recipe as well. They use it in Europe, so we're gonna start doing that for Veritas. So you do the beef tallow, you make as a candle, you put the rosemary and thyme, garlic, so you light that on a table. As it melts, people, they can dip the bread on that. So this shows the steer number, which was 459, the Nuggle Farm. Each steer has the tag number, the race, just in case if we have any recall or anything, so we know which part comes from which tag. That's the loin, which I'm cutting right now. So that's the ribeye pretty much. If you do porterhouses, so you cut it here. If you go for the ribeye, cut it here, and that's the short ribs. Skirt steaks. That's a shoulder. So pretty much here it's a chuck, brisket, the arm. That's where we get our English roast. It's here, and under it's flat iron. Top round, bottom round, and the eye round, it's on the middle. So we're gonna start doing custom cuts. A lot of farmers around, they want the custom cuts, and people as well, and especially now bought for winter. So we're gonna start doing, a lot of people, they buy their own whole animals, so we can do custom cuts for them. You know, grinding, steaks and everything. And also, we're gonna start doing bundles, so people, they can stock their freezer as well. A lot of bundles, and also we have the freezer section, which from next week they can buy, they can do their own bundle, pretty much from sausage, pork, to grind chicken, whole chickens, and also a lot of steer as well. So they can do their own bundle.
It's safe to say when you purchase any seafood or meat at Manchester Market, it's going to be one of the highest quality, with no shortcuts and always fresh. Ephraim and James have your word. Now it's time for one more break. More from Manchester Market after these messages.
Galazio Restaurant in Albion takes pride in offering homemade Greek and Mediterranean cuisine. Our authentic recipes, beautiful bar, and intimate dining area make for a truly memorable dining experience. And be sure to leave room for dessert. Dine in or take out with a large variety of menu items to choose from. You can't go wrong. Enjoy a unique dining experience unlike any other at Galazio Restaurant in Albion, creating homemade Greek food simply for you.
Serving the Jackson community since 2007, G-Force Automotive is your local Auto Value certified service center. G-Force Automotive is a full-service repair facility. Our experience enables us to ensure your vehicle is well maintained year-round in everything from brakes to engine repairs to transmissions and oil changes. We are committed to keeping you on the road. Hi, this is Matt Clausen, owner of G-Force Automotive. Come see us for your next service visit. G-Force Automotive, where we make friends, one car repair at a time.
Purple Rose Theater in Chelsea takes a handcrafted, artisanal approach to producing new and classic American plays that are truly one-of-a-kind experiences. Our vision is to be the beacon of American theater, and we create fresh, original productions that get our audiences talking amongst themselves and feeling something new. From our world premiere productions to our American classics, come spend an evening with us. Visit purplerosetheater.org for more information. The Purple Rose, home of world-class original American theater.
We're back at Manchester Market in Manchester. If you want top quality meat, baked goods, and a unique shopping experience with Michigan-made products, this is the place to be. We've seen so much of this fabulous market, but there's still so much more to come. Owner Justin Dallenberg is back in the baking area as Lauren and Ari show us how they make their famous Bavarian pretzels.
So Ari's taking our Bavarian pretzel dough and he's dunking it in a bath of lye, which lye is a caustic ingredient that you use to make the outside of the pretzel that really dark brown, beautiful color, and also gives it the flavor. So he's dunking it in the lye, and then the pretzels over here on this rack are proofing, okay? And so you can see they've cut them with the bread lame, which is this fancy knife over here. So we started making these pretzels because we really couldn't find a pretzel that we liked. And so when we find things like that, like the pretzels, that we can't find a product we like, we figure out how to make it better than everybody else. So we make our own pretzels for the simple fact that we want to have the best pretzels. And the best pretzels are made by hand and hand dipped in lye.
So I know earlier Miss Sherry talked about the salads and sandwiches here. So just to add a few more things to that, on this, we call it our 12 footers here. We have those 4 shelves. So we always offer like our staples here, like a selection of about 25 salads, from corn salad, egg salad, chicken salad, and beet salad here, coleslaw. We also have individual salads here, which are pretty much like a meal themselves. So like Santa Fe here with blackened chicken. We have a steak salad there with our Angus steak just seared, which we serve with caramelized onions, caramelized onion vinaigrette, pickled red onions. That's a very popular one here too. We do like Caesar salad, chicken Caesar salad. We have salads with some shrimp as well, blackened shrimp. On the bottom shelf here we have our barbecue ribs. Then we have a few staples with our chicken pot pie, shepherd's pie, macaroni and cheese. Then our signature macaroni and cheese, the one with applewood smoked bacon and caramelized onions. But we also do one like this one here with brisket, like the burn-on brisket. So we do a mac and cheese with that. We do a fried chicken macaroni and cheese. We do a Nashville hot chicken, mac and cheese also, a buffalo chicken. And also we have our lasagna. And then that's where we do our specials. We try to follow the seasons. We like to work with local farmers here, which right now, with Fusilier Farms in Manchester, we have some beautiful butternut squash. So we made local squash, butternut squash soup here. We also have our fresh seafood department, which you can see a little later. It's not very big. We don't sell a lot of seafood here, but we can get delivered with fresh seafood 6 days a week. So we take advantage of that. And I made a fish stock the other day with like beautiful fish bones. And then I turned it into a Manhattan fish chowder with fresh fish, tomatoes, and then potatoes from Fusilier Farms too, so local potatoes. If you don't find anything in our hot department or in our grab and go, so I created this like 4 or 5 months ago. And this is probably about like 40 or 50 meals right there. So some of them are the same as the fresh one we offer. So if we run out here, like shepherd's pie, mac and cheese, or pot pies, we also have them here. But we also have different meals here. Like we have moussaka. We're going to have this week a vegetarian lasagna. We have different types of curry. We have even more options for mac and cheese. About 15 different kinds of soup. Entering into the winter, we We eat a lot of soup, so we have about 15 of them here, some of them being vegetarian, like the tomato soup, corn chowder, and plenty more. We have like a Tuscan chicken soup, which is one of our best sellers at the market here. So we have pretty much all the cuts here. If you want to load your freezer with any cuts of steak, those are at a discounted price. And Afrim, our head butcher, will talk later about some good deals you can make here with loading your freezer with some for the winter with some of those cuts. We also have a little bit of seafood here, IQF seafood. Right now we have yellowfin tuna, some snapper, and some swordfish steaks. And one of the last thing is this one here. So we try to use all the cuts in our butcher counter. And one cut we don't use a lot is the beef liver. So we came up with a dog food now. So if you have dogs, we're 5 ingredients only. So it's the beef liver with carrots, peas, lentils, and rice. There's nothing else, no salt, no seasoning, nothing. It's just beef liver that I cooked in water, and then it's diced. So everything is fully cooked, and we keep it now in our frozen department. So there's different sizes, but it's all fresh ingredients. And again, it's supporting local business with Noggle Farms, which all our beef is coming from. So.
We end this episode with Todd Winters, who represents Manchester Market's Perky Pantry beer and wine department.
Hi, here at the Manchester Market, we finally got our beer and wine license, and so we've got a great selection of wines from around the world. We focus on our reds due to the fact that we obviously have our butcher and our meat department, so we love to pair up red wines with those foods. So we have a pretty neat selection here, and then as we move around, you'll see on the categories we have a selection of sparkling wines from around the world as well. On our inside here, we have wines from Europe that focus more on Italy and Spain and France, along with some great selections of domestic wines as well. We've got a really unique selection of white wines as well, from again all over the world, from Sauvignon Blanc to Chardonnay to Pinot Gris to Gruner Veltliner from Austria. So there's some really unique products here, and then would be remiss if I didn't mention over here we focus on a pretty good selection of local Michigan wines. Cherry Creek was one of our favorites. They're really close to our building, so we focus good selection from there, and then of course all around the state of Michigan we have options available, and of course we have our large format boxes for convenience. That's kind of our wine department. We also have a chilled wine cooler, so if you need something for an event for the night, we've got wines ready to go to that event for you. And for our beer selection, we really focus a lot on the regional local crafts and the national craft brands. That seems to be what our consumer loves here. But we got a full door of all Michigan. We obviously focus a lot on some imports, some singles. The ready-to-drinks are here as well. You know, the High Noons, the White Claws of the world that seem to be really popular out right now with the consumer. And we also have our cave over here that is filled with all the large packages, you know, from the 24 packs of domestic to friendly craft beers, variety packs. And then of course we've got the 12 packs of the ready-to-drinks as well. So we're a full-service beer and wine establishment now. Come on in, check us out. If you need something and want something special order, we can always do that as well.
As you can see, Manchester Market is a unique shopping experience that is unlike any other in the area. Stop in for breakfast and lunch, then do all of your shopping under one roof. Delicious food and great friends truly says it all. Until next time, I'm Adrian Sharp, and you've been watching Food Circus.